Hello, and welcome to the 34th episode of Scripture in a Year, hosted by Saints Peter and Paul Orthodox Church in the Albanian Archdiocese of the OCA. Today's readings are Numbers chapters 13 to 16. Now the Lord spoke to Moses, saying, "Send men to spy out the land of Canaan, which I am giving to the children of Israel. From each tribe of their fathers you shall send a man, every one a ruler among them." So Moses sent them from the desert of Paran at the Lord's voice, and all the men were rulers of the children of Israel. Now these were their names: from the tribe of Reuben, Shemua the son of Zakur; from the tribe of Simeon, Shaphat the son of Hori; from the tribe of Judah, Caleb son of Jephunneh; from the tribe of Issachar, Igal son of Joseph; from the tribe of Ephraim, Hoshea the son of Nun; from the tribe of Benjamin, Palti the son of Raphu; from the tribe of Zebulun, Gadiel the son of Sodi; from the tribe of Joseph, that is, from the tribe of Manasseh, Gadi the son of Susi; from the tribe of Dan, Amiel the son of Gamali; from the tribe of Asher, Sethur the son of Michael; from the tribe of Naphtali, Nabi the son of Vophsi; from the tribe of Gad, Guel the son of Machai. These are the names of the men who Moses sent out to spy out the land. Now Moses called Hoshea the son of Nun Joshua. Then Moses sent them to spy out the land of Canaan, and said to them, "Go up to this desert, and go up to the mountain, and you will see the land and the people who dwell upon it. What are they? Are they strong or weak, few or many? Also, what is the land they dwell in? Is it good or bad? Then, too, what about the cities they inhabit? Are they walled or unwalled? Then again, what about the ground? Is it fertile or neglected? Are there trees on it? Persevere, and you shall receive some of the fruits of the land." Now the days were the days of spring, the forerunner of the grapes. So they went up and spied out the land from the desert of Zin as far as Rehob, near the entrance of Hamath. Then they went up through the desert and came to Hebron, Ammon, Sheshai, and Talmai. The descendants of Anak were there. Now Hebron was built 7 years before Zoan in Egypt. Then they came to the valley of Eshcol and surveyed it, and cut down a branch there with one cluster of grapes. They carried it between 2 of them on a pole. They also brought some of the pomegranates and figs. The place was called the Valley of Eshcol, because of the cluster the sons of Israel cut down there. Then they returned from spying out the land after 40 days. Now they departed and came back to Moses and Aaron and to all the congregation of the children of Israel in the desert of Paran, in Kadesh. They brought back word to them and to all the congregation, and showed them the fruit of the land. Then they told him and said, "We went to the land where you sent us. It truly flows with milk and honey. This is its fruit. Nevertheless, the people who dwell in the land are strong. The cities are fortified and very large. Moreover, we saw the descendants of Anak there. The Amalekites dwell in the land toward the south. The Hittites, the Evites, and the Jebusites and the Amorites dwell in the mountains, and the Canaanites dwell by the sea and along the banks of the Jordan." Then Caleb quieted the people toward Moses and said to him, "No, but let us go up at once and take possession of it, for we are well able to overcome them." But the men who went up with him said, "We are not going up, for we are unable to go up against them, because they are stronger than we." So they instilled a terror for the land which they spied out among the children of Israel, saying, "The land through which we went as spies is a land that devours its inhabitants, and all the people we saw in it are men of great stature. There we saw the giants, and we seemed like grasshoppers to them, but so we actually were." Now all the congregation lifted up their voices and cried, and the people wept that night. All the children of Israel were murmuring against Moses and Aaron, and the whole congregation said to them, "Would we had died in the land of Egypt, or in this desert. Why did the Lord bring us to this land to fall in war? Our wives and children shall be plundered. It is better for us to return to Egypt." So they said to one another, "Let us select a ruler and return to Egypt." Then Moses and Aaron fell on their faces before all the congregation of the children of Israel. But Joshua the son of Nun and Caleb the son of Jephunneh, who were among those who spied out the land, tore their clothes. And they spoke to all the congregation of the children of Israel, saying, "The land we passed through to spy out is extremely good land. Since the Lord chooses us, he will bring us into this land and give it to us, a land that flows with milk and honey. But do not apostatize from the Lord, nor fear the people of the land, for they are our food. Their time has come and gone, but the Lord is with us. Do not fear them." Then all the congregation said to stone them with stones. Now the glory of the Lord appeared in the cloud upon the tabernacle of testimony before all the children of Israel. Then the Lord said to Moses, "How long will these people provoke me? How long will they not believe me with all their signs I performed among them? I will strike them with death and destroy them, and I will make you and your father's house into a great and more numerous nation than this one." Then Moses said to the Lord, "But the Egyptians will hear it, for by your might you brought these people up from among them, and all the inhabitants of this land heard that you are the Lord among these people, who is seen plainly with the eyes, O Lord, and your cloud stands upon them, and you go before them in a pillar of cloud by day, and in a pillar of fire by night. Now you would wipe out this people as one man, and the nations that heard your name will speak, saying, 'Because the Lord was not able to bring this people into the land which he swore to give them, therefore he spread them out in the desert.' Now then, let your strength, O Lord, be exalted in the manner you spoke, saying, 'The Lord is long-suffering and abundant in mercy and truth, taking away lawlessness, wrongdoings, and sin. But he would not cleanse the guilty by repaying the sins of the fathers on the children to the third and fourth generation. Remit the sin of this people according to your great mercy, as you were merciful to them from Egypt even until now.' Again the Lord said to Moses, 'I am merciful to them according to your word, but truly as I live, and my name lives, and all the earth shall be filled with the glory of the Lord, assuredly all the men who are seeing my glory and signs, which I did in Egypt and in this desert, and put me to the test now, these 10 times, and did not heed my voice, they certainly shall not see the land I swore to their fathers. But their children who are here with me, and do not know good or evil, every inexperienced youngster, to these I shall give the land. However, all those who provoked me shall not see it. Now my servant Caleb, because he has a different spirit in him, and followed me fully, I will bring him into the land whither he went, and his seed shall inherit it. Now the Amalekites and the Canaanites dwell in the valley. Tomorrow turn and depart for the desert by way of the Red Sea." Moreover, the Lord spoke to Moses and Aaron, saying, "How long shall I bear with this evil congregation who murmur against me? I heard the murmuring the children of Israel make against me. Say to them, 'As I live, says the Lord, surely in the manner you spoke in my hearing, so I will do to you. Your bodies shall fall in this desert, and your census, who were numbered from 20 years old and above, as many as murmured against me. And you shall not enter the land upon which I stretched out my hand, that you might settle upon it, except for Caleb the son of Jephunneh and Joshua the son of Nun. But your children, whom you said would be plunder, I will bring them into the land, and they shall inherit the land from which you apostatized. But your bodies shall fall in this desert. However, your sons shall be shepherds in the desert 40 years, and shall bear your fornication until your bodies are consumed in the desert, according to the number of the days spied out in the land, 40 days. For each day you shall bear your guilt 1 year, namely 40 years, and you shall know my fierce anger. I, the Lord, have spoken. Surely I will do so to all this evil congregation gathered together against me. In this desert they shall be utterly destroyed, and there they shall die." Now the men Moses sent to spy out the land, and who, when they returned, murmured against him to the congregation by bringing an evil report to the land, these very men who spoke evil words against the land died by the plague before the Lord. But Joshua the son of Nun and Caleb the son of Jephunneh remained alive, of the men who went to spy out the land. Then Moses told these words to all the children of Israel, and the people mourned exceedingly. But they rose early in the morning and went up to the top of the mountain, saying, "Here we are, and we will go up to the place the Lord spoke about, for we sinned." So Moses said, "Now why do you transgress the word of the Lord? For this will not be easy for you. Do not go up, for the Lord is not with you, and you shall fall before the face of your enemies. For the Amalekites and the Canaanites are there before you, and you shall fall by the sword, because you have turned away from and disobeyed the Lord. The Lord will not be among you." But they rebelled and went up to the mountaintop. Nevertheless, neither the ark of the covenant, nor the Lord, nor Moses moved from the camp. Then the Amalekites and the Canaanites who dwelt in that mountain came down and attacked them, and turned them back and cut them down as far as Hormah. Then they returned to the camp. Now the Lord spoke to Moses, saying, "Speak to the children of Israel and say to them, when you come into the land you are to inhabit, which I am giving to you, and you make a whole burnt offering to the Lord, a whole burnt offering or a sacrifice, to make a great vow or freewill offering, or in your feasts to make a sweet aroma to the Lord from the oxen or the sheep, then he who brings his gifts to the Lord shall bring a grain offering of 1/10 of an ephah of fine flour, prepared with 1/4 of a hin of oil, and 1/4 of a hin of wine, as a drink offering. You shall offer with the whole burnt offering or the sacrifice, and for each male lamb you shall offer the same amounts as a burnt offering, as a sweet aroma to the Lord. Or for a ram, when you offer it either as a whole burnt offering or a sacrifice, you shall offer with it a grain offering of 2/10 of an ephah of fine flour, prepared with 1/3 of a hin of oil, and as a drink offering you shall offer 1/3 of a hin of wine, as a sweet aroma to the Lord. Now if from the oxen you make a whole burnt offering or a sacrifice, to make a great vow or a peace offering to the Lord, then one shall offer with the young bull a grain offering of 3/10 of an ephah of fine flour, prepared with a half a hin of oil, and you shall bring as the drink offering half a hin of wine, as a burnt offering, a sweet aroma to the Lord. Thus you shall do for each young bull, for each ram, or for each male lamb from the sheep or the goats, according to the number you offer. So you shall do with each one according to their number. All native-born shall do these things in this manner, in presenting a burnt offering for a sweet aroma to the Lord. Now if a resident alien should come in among you in your land, or whoever may be among you in your generations, and he would offer a burnt offering as a sweet aroma to the Lord, thus in the manner you offer, so shall the congregation offer to the Lord. There shall be one law for you and for the resident alien who dwells among you, a perpetual law throughout your generations, as you are, so shall the resident alien be before the Lord. There shall be one law and one ordinance for you and for the resident alien who dwells among you. Again the Lord spoke to Moses, saying, "Speak to the children of Israel and say to them, when you come into the land into which I bring you, then it will be, when you eat from the bread of the land, that you shall take away the choice portion for the Lord. You shall separate the choice portion of your bread as the firstfruits of the dough, as a choice portion from the threshing floor. Thus you shall separate it as the firstfruits of your dough, and you shall give it to the Lord, and you shall give to the Lord the choice portion throughout your generations. Now when you utterly fall and do not do all these commandments the Lord spoke to Moses, as the Lord ordered you by the hand of Moses, from the day the Lord ordered you and onward throughout your generations, then it will be, if it happened involuntarily out of the sight of the congregation, the whole congregation shall offer one young bull without blemish from the oxen for a whole burnt offering, for a sweet aroma to the Lord, with its grain offering and its drink offering, according to the ordinance, and one male kid from the goats for a sin offering. So the priest shall make atonement for the whole congregation of the children of Israel, and it shall be remitted them, for it was involuntary. They shall bring their gift, a burnt offering to the Lord, as their sin offering before the Lord, concerning their involuntary sin. So it shall be remitted for the whole congregation of the children of Israel, and the resident alien who dwells among them, because all the people did it involuntarily. Now if a soul should sin involuntarily, he shall bring a female goat in its first year for a sin offering. So the priest shall make atonement for the soul who acts involuntarily and sins involuntarily before the Lord, to make atonement for him. As for anyone who may have acted involuntarily, there shall be one law, both for the native born among the children of Israel and for the resident alien who dwells among them. But the soul who may do something with a hand of arrogance, whether he is native born or a resident alien, that one is provoking God, and shall be utterly destroyed from among his people, because he despised the word of the Lord and broke his commandments. That soul shall be destroyed, his guilt shall be upon him. Now while the children of Israel were in the desert, they found a man gathering wood on the Sabbath day. So those who found him gathering wood on the Sabbath day brought him to Moses and Aaron, and to all the congregation of the children of Israel. They put him under guard, because they had not decided what to do with him. Then the Lord spoke to Moses, saying, "Let the man be surely put to death. All the congregation shall stone him with stones." So as the Lord ordered Moses, all the congregation brought him outside the camp and stoned him with stones. Again the Lord spoke to Moses, saying, "Speak to the children of Israel and tell them to make tassels for themselves on the corners of their garments throughout their generations, and to put a blue thread in the tassels of the corners. Then it shall be, you shall have the tassels, and you shall look upon these, and remember all the commandments of the Lord, and do them. And you shall not turn aside your minds and your eyes, by which you prostitute yourselves, and may remember and do all my commandments, and be holy for your God. I am the Lord your God, who brings you out of the land of Egypt to be your God. I am the Lord your God." Now Korah, the son of Izhar, the son of Kohath, the son of Levi, and Dathan and Abiram, the sons of Eliab, and On, the son of Pelath, sons of Reuben, spoke. And they rose up before Moses with some of the children of Israel, 250 men of the children of Israel, rulers of the congregation, chosen members of the council and men of note. They gathered together against Moses and Aaron and said to them, "Let it be understood by you that all the congregation are holy ones, and the Lord is in them. Why then do you exalt yourselves above the congregation of the Lord?" So when Moses heard this, he fell on his face, and he spoke to Korah and to all his company, saying, "God examines and knows those who are his and who are his holy ones, and he brings them to himself. And those he chose for himself, he brings to himself. Do this. Take censers, Korah and all his company. Put fire and incense in them before the Lord tomorrow. And it shall be that the man the Lord chooses, this is the Holy One, and let this be sufficient for you, O sons of Levi." Then Moses said to Korah, "Hear me, you sons of Levi. This is a small thing to you, that the God of Israel separated you from among the congregation of Israel, to bring you near himself, to serve the liturgies of the Lord's tabernacle, and to stand before the congregation to serve them, and that he brought you near, you and all your brethren, the sons of Levi, with you? Are you seeking the priesthood also? Thus you and all your company brought together are against God. Furthermore, who is Aaron, that you murmur against him?" Then Moses sent to call to Dathan and Abiram, the sons of Eliab. But they said, "We will not come up. Is this a small thing that you brought us up out of a land flowing with milk and honey to kill us in the desert, and set yourself over us as a ruler? Even if you should bring us into a land flowing with milk and honey, and give us an inheritance of the field and vineyard, you would put out the eyes of these men. We will not come up." Then Moses was very heavy of spirit, and said to the Lord, "May you pay no attention to their sacrifice. I have not taken a desirable object from any of them, nor have I harmed any of them." Then Moses said to Korah, "Sanctify your company, and be ready tomorrow before the Lord. you and they, as well as Aaron. Let each take his censer, put incense in it, and bring his censer before the Lord, 250 censers, both you and Aaron, each with his censer. So every man took his censer, put fire in it, laid incense on it, and stood at the doors of the tabernacle of testimony with Moses and Aaron. Thus Korah gathered all his company against them at the door of the tabernacle of testimony. And the glory of the Lord appeared to all the congregation. The Lord then spoke to Moses and Aaron, saying, Separate yourselves from among the congregation, and I will utterly destroy them at once. Then they fell on their faces and said, O God, the God of the spirits of all flesh, if one man sinned, will the Lord's anger be on all the congregation? Then the Lord spoke to Moses, saying, Speak to the congregation, saying, Withdraw from around Korah's company. Moses then rose and went to Dathan and Abiram, and the elders of Israel went together with him. Then he spoke to the congregation, saying, Get away from the tents of these callous men. Touch nothing of theirs, lest you perish together with them in their sin. So they got away from around Korah's tent, and Dathan and Abiram went and stood at the doors of their tents, with their wives, their children, and their little ones. Then Moses said, By this you shall know the Lord sent me to do all these works, and they are not from myself. If these men should die naturally like all men, or if they are visited by the common visitation of all men, then the Lord has not sent me. But the Lord will show by a sign from heaven that, opening its mouth, the earth shall swallow them down with their houses, their tents, and everything belonging to them, and they shall go down alive into Hades. Then you shall know these men provoked the Lord. Now as he finished speaking all these words, the ground split apart under them, and the earth opened and swallowed them down with their houses, and all the men with Korah, and all their tents. So they and all with them went down alive into Hades, and the earth covered them, and they perished from the midst of the congregation. Then all Israel around them fled at their cry, for they were saying, Lest the earth also swallow us down. Fire also came out from the Lord and consumed the 250 men offering incense. Here ends the reading for today.